Welcome back to another episode of Parenting in Progress. I'm Corey.
I'm Jordynn.
And we're the Welches. Welcome back to another episode.
It's August.
Indeed it is. And what does that mean, Jordynn?
It means I go back to school.
Yeah. Oh, that wasn't it.
That's not a yay.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
Boo.
Thank you. If there's like the sound effect of like the crying, I don't know if that's one or not, but tears, that's me right now. No, but you're right, Corey. I go back, well, when this airs. Well, actually, when this airs, I'll be sleeping. But that day, I will be going back to work. Part of me is like a little bit excited. I don't know why.
I was going to say, you got to be excited a little bit.
I am.
I mean, if it was just that dreadful, then I would just say, why are you doing it? Go do something else then.
No, I'm excited. Like, I'm excited because I have new kindergartners that I get to work with, and just the relationships with you have with the teachers. Like, I work with kindergarten, first and second grade, and I feel like I have good relationships with all of the general education teachers. And so to get back into it, to see them again, to talk to them again, also to like, as a school factor of, we're both getting to know this new student. We're both trying to figure out, brainstorm how to make him or her successful. And that is exciting. Having the new room is exciting. It's almost ready. I get the window. I feel like it's going to help me. Not like I'm not depressed by any means, but just a little boost, a little sunshine boost throughout my day when I didn't really get that. You don't get to leave. Well, you can leave, but most of the time I show up to work at 7:35 and I don't leave that building until 3:45, 4 o'clock. So being able to have a little bit of sunshine when you don't get to leave for lunch as easily will be exciting. I'm not looking forward to like the logistic piece of getting all the schedules worked out. I do not like that every year. But once we kind of get schedules looked at, getting taken care of, and you're like, okay, I think this is going to work out. And then we get into it. It's fun. I will miss Karlee. I will miss lazy mornings with her, going to the park, doing all the summer things. But I know that she has so much fun at daycare. I know she'll be excited. She knows she's going back to daycare tomorrow. And that's been a big thing. Like, last year, I don't think she really comprehended, like, mommy has to go back to work and you have to go back to daycare. I don't think she understood that. Whereas this year, she understands. She understands that she's going back to daycare tomorrow. And she's asking about what friends she'll see and things like that. So she's excited and she'll have fun. And I tell everybody, because, everybody that knows I'm a teacher, they see me around this time of year and they're like, oh, are you ready for school? I'm like, no. But give me 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks or so to transition, and I'll be fine, and Karlee will be fine. And we'll get back into the swing of things. It's just that little transition period. That's kind of hard when you're used to your own routine that you've had for the last 10 weeks, and now we got to change and do something different. That transition period is hard. Are you ready for me to go back to work, Corey?
Yep.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. To me, I guess it doesn't really matter. There will be less texting, reels being sent, phone calls. Since we've had Karlee, you haven't made a phone call and nagged me that there's nothing on TV in the middle of the day and how upset you were.
I don't even get to watch TV practically unless it's like 10:30 at night. So I'm the one that's like, I have to make a note of all the shows and movies that I want to watch because I don't have time to do them anymore. So I got to write it down or else I'll forget. So no, we don't have that problem anymore, Corey.
Yeah, I hear what you're talking about. You just the routine piece. I think it's like a purpose piece. When you get a job, you have a purpose. At least both of us do. It's not that, you're committing everything to that job, right? But it is. It gets you more social. You get to see different people. Obviously, we both like working with our fellow employees / friends. I'm going to call them, kind of. So,
kind of. I'll tell your coworkers that.
Do it. But you and I both hang out with coworkers outside of work hours. I consider that to be friends rather than just coworkers. I mean, I also have coworkers that I probably wouldn't want to hang out with them. It's nothing against them.
No, I agree. I'm excited to be a little bit more social and just having a routine. Like, I'm a very black and white person. I like at one point, once our schedules are done, you give me a random time throughout the day and I'll tell you exactly where I'm at and what I'm doing. Not that I like that. I mean, but staying at home is a lot more, I don't know if I pronounce this right, but lackadaisical or lackadaisical, whatever that word is. So having a little bit more structure and routine will be fine. It's just getting up early and getting back into it. I will miss Karlee, but I think also when you're in summer, it's easier for me to let her go do this or let her go do wherever. Well, I go do something because I'm with her all day. So now that we get the late afternoon and evenings together, we will cherish that time a little bit more.
So since you're going to work next week, this was kind of the last week of quotations summer.
Yeah.
And it was good. It was a good last week. We had the local fair here in town, which is always a super busy week. It's actually really neat. The whole community gets behind that fair. They plan things specifically around that fair. The fair has a really good carnival. I mean, it's one of the bigger county fairs in the state of Kansas. I mean, it is. It's a really good fair. And so we always try to go and eat because you get 1 week, right? So we went Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So 4 nights. We had 4 meals there. Karlee got to ride rides 3 nights. And granted, we did a lot of research because we're like, oh, do we buy a band? You know, they had a pre-sale price, I think of $5 off. Mm-hmm. And we're like, man, do we buy one? Do we not? We started looking up the height regulations, and
I busted out the measuring tape to see how tall she was.
We did, and the verdict was
she was too short. But then I'm like, okay, how can I fix her hair to lift it up a little bit? What shoes does she have that makes her the tallest? Because again, like I get where Corey and I were having that little battle. Do we buy the thing or do we not? Because is she going to be allowed to ride these rides? How strict are they going to be? Are they going to measure her at every single one and be like, nope? Or are they going to let her slide?
For the most part, they let her slide. She rode the carousel last year a few times, and I just didn't think it was probably worth buying a wristband and her just happening to ride the carousel. I just didn't think that was going to be worth it. I figured we'd get bored of it. She would get bored of it. And that's where okay, buy 20 tickets and we'll save the $10. Anyway, you know what? We're like, you know what? We're just going in there. We're going to act like we know what we're doing. Got her an armband the first night, got her into some rides. Granted, the one ride she wanted to ride, which was the puppies, we never did get to ride that one because some stickler that was in charge of that ride was like, oh no, she's too small.
Well, and the other piece is the first time we went around, I said, she's 36 inches. And he's like, okay, but I couldn't ride with her. And there was a girl that I knew that I was like, Karlee, do you want to sit with her and ride with her? Mommy can't ride with you. And then I think she kind of got a little scared and, well, she wanted to ride in this other one, but it was all by herself. I'm like, no, I'm not letting you ride by yourself on the spinny puppy dogs. And then the night that we actually had my nephew with us that could ride with her, they wouldn't let her.
Yeah, it was inconsistent, which to a point was to our favor. So I'm not going to complain about that. Just because we probably were short, 9 times out of 10, we were probably 34, 35 inches with her. And I think you had to be 36. But, like the little motorcycles that go around, the tractors, the cars, those things, like how big do you necessarily need to be to sit in there with a seatbelt?
Yeah.
I mean, as long as you're not being a little turd and trying to get out or something like that. I mean, most of them are going to sit there and they're going to enjoy it. She loved them. She really did. Now, she would put on a show and say, you'd be like, Karlee, and she'd look the other way and she'd kind of get this little smirk, like a frowny smirk. You can tell she's just having a ball, but she's not trying to let you know it. And then finally she'd bust out giggling.
That's so fun, she'd say.
One more time. One more time. She'd want to ride it one more time. And there's a couple of them we had to pull her off because, like, okay, Karlee, we rode the motorcycles like 5 times. Okay, let's go somewhere else. Let's do something different. We can come back. But we definitely got our money's worth out of the armbands. It was cheaper going that route, which, it's just kind of a little bit of a racket. You know that? Those carnivals are anymore? Because back when I was there, I don't know if we really had too many wristbands.
I remember at my county fair, we would get a wristband.
Did you?
Yes, my parents would get us a wristband for one night.
And maybe my parents are just too tight. I always remember tickets. And maybe that was their way of, oh, hey, we ran out of tickets, time to go home. Because we had a 20-minute drive to our county fair. So maybe that was their reasoning behind that. But I don't think I ever had an armband. I mean, I rode rides, but...
Well, and I don't know, like, how new the armbands are. I remember having an armband at my county fair. But our fair that we live in now, we didn't go to that one, really. Until I was, like, in high school. And I'd come a couple times.
You mean go a couple times?
Yeah. Because that's when the fair that I had growing up still had rides. It doesn't have rides anymore. And I think that's another factor of why so many people come here is because the other area county fairs don't all have rides. So if you've got kids and you want to ride rides, you come to this fair. I didn't think anything like any line was really too crazy that we had to wait in.
It was crazy kind of Friday night for the most part, but you're right. I mean, you got the little kids, which cuts off, I don't remember what the max height on it was, probably 42 inches.
No, it was more than that, I think. Maybe 48.
It was in the 40s because it wasn't a very wide range. But there was a cutoff of a max height on most of those. So you had a limited of, these are little kid rides, period. You couldn't be a 12-year-old kid, walk in there and ride those rides. You'd probably be too tall, more than likely.
Yeah, and you can't be a tiny baby, obviously. So yeah, the age range that they had. And there was a lot of rides for her age. Remember the one kid that was just too tall for one of those rides? I got to thinking, like, unless you really like the kind of scary-ish rides, there's not a whole lot for the in-between. There's the rides that you're brave and you're going to do the crazy ride. And then there's the little kid rides, but there's not a whole lot in the in-between. So I think Karlee's a little bit more of the daredevil, more of the rider like you are. So I think she'll be fine.
Now, wait a minute. There was 2. Okay. They had the planes where you could go up. They had the swings. They had the little where you kind of lay down. It's kind of like a swing. I'll call it like a different swing, but you're laying on your stomach going around. Those aren't scary.
And the Ferris wheel, I guess.
And the Sizzler. That one's not scary.
That's true.
So,
but I wonder what the height, like what the minimum is on some of those.
I don't know. I didn't look. You wouldn't ride with me, so I didn't get an armband.
I asked you if you wanted to ride the swings with me, and you said no. I loved the swings. Anywho, we had some good food, definitely not good for us food. We bought Karlee, I don't know how many dollar grilled cheese that she didn't touch. Then she had a corn dog one night, a hot dog the other night, and chicken strips the other ones.
And she probably ate the corn dog the best.
She did. That really surprised me.
I mean, she probably ate half of that corn dog, which it wasn't like it was no huge foot long one or nothing. But, I mean, her to get half of that down, especially with all the distractions you have, like that's half of it, is when you're eating there. I mean, there's probably 20,000 people that show up to this fair just throughout the course of those days. And so there is a lot going on. There's a lot of people walking back and forth. So it's very distracting to where she's excited to ride rides. She's got all these distractions. She did not eat the greatest, but then again, it was good enough. I'm not going to complain about it.
Yeah, I think the first night when we got home, I offered her a cheese stick and she said yes. And she did eat that because that was the night that she didn't eat hardly anything. And like with that corn dog, would she have ate that just on her own? No, we had to be like, if you want another fry, eat this bite of corn dog. And then she ate it. It wasn't too much of a fight, but she wasn't going to eat it if she didn't have to. Unfortunately, we missed out another year on the FFA ice cream.
Yeah, we need to look next year, see what time they close, because we missed it every single night. Now, granted, we didn't get there at like 5 o'clock, right?
True.
I mean, it's probably 12 blocks away from our house. So we showed up at probably anywhere from like 5:30 to, it was probably more like 6 to almost 7, in that time range. And every time, like the first time we went and we ate, we rode some rides, we came back because it's clear at the other end of the rides. So we had to go clear back to the other end of the fair, closed. Okay, well, it probably was too late. At that point, it was like almost 9 o'clock. All right, whatever, touche, we'll get there earlier. Next night, do the same routine. Oh, hey, we were trying to get on the puppy dogs. It was still daylight yet. Like, oh, hey, it's only like 8:30. Went over there, closed. All right. No, next night, we're going to get over there. Okay. So we kind of hurry up. We're like, we think they close at 8, right? So we think they close at 8. We get there just before 8.
No, it was like 7:35, I think.
Maybe that's what it was. I mean, we get there. We're like, hey, we think we're before the closing time. Us two dinglings, we did not look it up. Missed the ice cream again. So yeah, I guess next year we'll be able to do it, but I don't know I wonder if they sell out of it.
I think sometimes they do.
I think they make a batch, they sell it, because you think of how long it's going to take to make that ice cream up again. If you're out, you're out.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happened is we probably just need to eat it first.
Yeah, and like
if we want to have it.
The first night we always go there. It's harder to do that first night because you're always scoping out what food places they got. All right, what new places are there? What food do they have? What do I want to eat? So you almost have to do it like the second night when you already know what's going on. And you're like, okay, I know I'm going to eat this, but I'm going to go with ice cream first.
Jordynn, what did you eat every night at the fair?
Cheese fries.
Every single night, people. Every single night.
By the last night, I wasn't really feeling it.
Well, why didn't you get something different?
Because, I don't know. Like, I was really, really wanting, like, if someone had chili cheese Fritos.
That's not supper, Karlee. That's not no supper. And cheese fries
is. They had...
Yeah, but chili cheese Fritos is chips. You're going to just eat chips. No, Karlee. You got to get some meat on your bones or something else.
Chili with meat and beans in it.
No, you said chili cheese Fritos.
Oh, you're thinking the flavored chili cheese Fritos.
Well, that's what you said, wasn't it?
No, yes, but I'm meaning like a bag of regular Fritos with chili and cheese.
So kind of like a different type of walking taco.
Yes.
Okay, well, you did not specify that at all. But anyway, she had cheese fries every single night. Karlee actually switched it up. Okay.
I also ate half of Carlee's chicken strips 2 nights and some of her hot dog the other night. So
she had cheese fries every night. We'll just go back to that.
That was a good one.
I took a couple bites here. I had a mixture. I don't think I got what I wanted the first night. I think they have what they call a Mac Daddy at one of the local places. They're there every year. Local people own it. They live here in town. They have a little coffee shop just south of here. And the Mac Daddy consisted of they have like a sandwich or a burrito, I think. And I think it's pretty much the same ingredients. It is mac and cheese, barbecue sauce, coleslaw, and I think your choice of meat, if I remember right. There's some sort of meat in it. Which isn't bad. I've had it before, but I was not feeling that. I did not want the coleslaw in it, which isn't bad. I just wasn't feeling that one. So it was okay. It wasn't what I ordered, so that automatically that's like a 5 out of 10. Next night, I got what they called a monster from a different vendor, and you could get your choice of pulled pork, a brisket, and it came with queso. It came with onions and green peppers. If you wanted jalapenos, it came with it. I took it off. I did not want to deal with that walking around. They had baked beans in there, barbecue sauce. It was really good. It was a good burrito. I liked it. And I think there was even maybe some sour cream in there of some sort. Mm. And then the last night, I decided on a pork cheddar bacon burger. And that was pretty good too. So I was a little diverse other than just cheese and fries. You're sounding like Karlee every time we ask, oh, hey, what do you want to eat? I want fries. Or every morning, for breakfast. Karlee, what do you want to eat? Eggs. Eggs. Every morning. Doesn't matter. Eggs.
Do you know how many eggs I've scrambled this summer? I should have kept count.
That you ate or she ate?
No, that we ate together. We shared the same plate. Anywho, so part of my reason of eating the cheese fries, 1, I love cheese fries. 2, I'm not a huge barbecue fan. Like, it's okay. 3, the one food truck that has a store in the town that I work in and I'm from, and I can get any of those items practically any time I want to eat there. So it's like, I don't want to eat there if I can eat anything. And so I can't even get these cheese fries everywhere. And half the time if I get someplace with cheese fries, the cheese is like jalapeno cheese and don't like that. So yeah, you know what? I probably spent less money on my meal than you did every night. Probably by half.
I don't want just fries with cheese on them.
Well,
It better be a cheap meal if it's literally fries in a boat with some cheese.
I thought about getting the loaded baked potato, and I was like, oh, I'll just stick to my classic. I did get a funnel cake, though.
We did. That was
Wasn't
pretty
too
good.
It was okay.
I liked it. You didn't like it?
It was all right.
You in funnel cakes lately is just, I think your taste buds have gone off the rails. I think it's a you problem, not a funnel cake problem.
Next time, I'm going to get the fried Oreos. I haven't had those in a while, and they always come in clutch. I don't even know if that saying is still in, but I just used it.
We got Karlee a snow cone one night that she enjoyed. We did not get her a colored one. We got her a cleared one.
Yeah, Dad wouldn't let her have the colors.
Well, Mom put her into a shirt where she's like, oh my gosh, she can't get it messy because what shirt was it?
It said Too Groovy. It was her birthday shirt. It said Too Groovy. It was so cute.
Yeah. And you would have been ticked if she would have got purple grape all over that sucker and it wouldn't have came out, wouldn't you?
I would have tried, though.
Tried? There is no trying.
Well, it's not like she can wear it after 6 months when she's 3.
You were going to be ticked. And so I'm like, well, let's just get a clear one. It's going to stay it's the same taste. She's not going to know a difference.
She doesn't know. She ate it fine. She liked slurping it.
Oh, man, she slurped the heck out of that thing. And then finally, I think she got onto something else, and I got to take it and threw the rest of that in the trash. But she probably ate 3/4 of it.
I'm ready for another snow cone tonight to end the summer with a bang.
We can do that.
For those that, I don't know if we said this, but we have a snow cone maker. It's pretty cool.
Yes, it isn't bad. We just need to, we're almost out of those flavors. We should do it tonight. That should get us out of those flavors. We can mix up a couple more.
Yeah.
If we want.
Let's do it.
But you girls are going to have to go to bed tonight because you're going to start a different routine in the morning, and it's still not your routine that you need to get to. Now, luckily, Jordynn only has to be to work by 8 o'clock this upcoming week. But after that, then we're going to have to be like out of the house by 7.
Like, I know. You test your limits and you can see, okay, I got to leave before that time, but I was good on this time. And probably the very max, like pushing it, 7:10. Now, I've been 5 minutes late to work before. Oops.
Well, the goal is always 7. And we always start out 7. We hit the mark for quite a while until we get closer to a fall break.
Oh, yeah. It gets worse.
And then it gets worse. And then we pick it back up for a little bit. And then Thanksgiving comes and it gets worse. And then right after that's Christmas. So it still stays bad.
Yep.
And then we get back from Christmas break and we're back on track at 7.
There's also time change in there too. Like around in November. So that always throws things off.
But after Christmas break, we come back. We start out really good again. Spring break's coming up, starting to fall. And then after spring break, it don't even matter because, you know what? School might as well just be over with.
And then it's like, you know what? Are they really going to fire me? No. No, they're not.
They will if they hear this.
Yeah. They won't. You guys know me.
You're really not that late too much, actually. There's probably worse people out there.
Oh, yeah. And like if I am, there's usually a reason. One time, it started randomly pouring and I did not know that there was that much water on the road. So obviously, I'm not going to drive my normal above the speed limit. Other times, like if there was an issue I needed to talk to daycare about, oh, wow, well, she did not sleep last night or she didn't eat this, you know, like some little tidbits that are needed. I do have a coworker one year that was running late to work and it was because they lived out of town and her son had a poop.
I'm not putting that in here.
Okay. Okay.
But all in all, it's been a good, I'm just going to call it last week of summer. Is that safe to say?
Yeah. I mean, we're still going to do summery stuff, but Summer, yes.
Yeah, true summer.
Mhm.
Yep, is come to the end in the Welch household.
Yep.
But
Sad day.
It was good. It was good.
We had a good time. Looking back at all the pictures, it's like, oh my gosh, we did so many things. So then when I feel guilty, it's like, oh wow, we didn't do a whole lot today or whatever. It's like, well, look at all the things we did do this summer.
One last question, Jordynn, before we call it. Did you get your summer list all done?
All done? No. A good chunk? Yes. Do you know what I didn't get done?
What's that?
Cleaning out the office. You know why I didn't get the cleaning out the office done? Because we don't have a bar. Everything, I'm telling you, everything is riding on this bar. I did get some good things done. I did not paint the stairs. That's on my to-do list. Might push that for fall break, but it probably won't happen. I'm just going to have to do it some random weekend while Karlee's napping.
I don't think it'll take too long to do. You just got to do down low, right?
Yeah, and I think, honestly, part of why I haven't done it is because there's just so much stuff in front of the paint. The paint is all the way at the back of the closet underneath the stairs. So I figured once the bar's up and we kind of got stuff out, again, the bar.
I'm going to be curious, what is the next excuse when we get that bar up come mid-August? My question is, if it comes damaged a second time, what are we going to do? Are we going to pull the plug and say, nope, sorry, take it back, don't want it anymore? We've waited way too long.
I don't really want to search for another one because, to be honest with you, I did lots of hours for searching for bars, and I don't really want to do that again. I kind of want to see, okay, really, how bad is it?
I'm just saying if it was the same, we're not going to put that up.
This is what we'll do. We will get our money back, and we'll put it up anyway.
I don't know if that'll happen like that. That's good wishing, though.
No, I just really want it to come out nice. Like, please just ship to me good.
Yeah, we're both ready for it. It did come damaged. So it did come, but one box got dropped right on a corner, and it mashed all the good pieces that it's not something you could hide. So,
and it's not awful, but when you spend that much money for a bar, you're like, no, I don't want it to be dinged.
And that's just one of the bad things of ordering online.
It is.
Those manufacturers pack the crap out of those boxes. I mean, those boxes were heavy. That box that got dropped on the corner, I honestly don't blame the people. It was heavy. It was very heavy.
And I remember, I didn't watch the guy bring it up. I remember seeing the FedEx truck out there, but the one big box that got dinged, it said 2-person lift on it. Why are you shipping a box that requires 2 people to lift it when you know that the driver is only 1 person?
Yeah, but we've had this happen more than once where we order something like this online. They get dinged. They have to send us different parts, or they end up refunding and we get a different one, or vice versa. But that is one nice piece. If you buy it in store, you control that freight piece and that sort of stuff. But I mean, we could go looking, there's a couple other stores that we never did hit up that we could go hit up.
Yeah.
Obviously, let's say if it's dinged and we say no, then we might go look. We might as well go look, I guess.
Yeah, I think we could just go to a town and just hit up like all the furniture stores.
Yep. Anyway, well, that concludes summer 2026. Okay, Jordynn, rate this summer out of 10. What do you give it for a score?
9.
9? All right.
What about you?
I'm probably going to stick with the same number. There's a couple things that could have been...
Like a 9? Is that what you're meaning?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
That's fine.
No, it could have been just a little bit tickle better, but it wasn't bad at all.
No, we had a lot of times. Was there times where Karlee drove me crazy? Yes. Was there times where I probably made her really mad? Yep. Were there times that we had so much fun and we were giggling and eating popsicles and ice cream in the morning? Yep. I would have liked to had a little bit more water in the backyard time. But technically summer's not over and it's still warm, and we still have the evenings and we still have weekends. We can do that stuff too.
Well, and there was a time where she didn't want to do water like anymore. She doesn't like the sprinkler underneath the trampoline. Why?
Yeah.
I don't know. She left it there for like 2 months, seemed like. Mm-hmm. She was like, oh, yeah. And then any more you suggest it? Nope. Well, don't want it.
It's kind of like her water table. Last year, she was all about her water table, and she still likes it, but not near as much as she did before.
She just messes with it now.
Yeah.
She's not consistently in it like she was last year. She's just in it for 3 minutes and then doing something else. And then she'll come back for another 3 minutes and then do something else. So anyway, yeah, 9 out of 10. Not too bad.
We had a great summer.
We did. It was good.
Very blessed to be able to do some of the things we did and been able to give her some experiences and make memories for all of us.
Jordynn, guess what's up next?
What?
It's going to be fall, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Pumpkin spice latte.
No, I'm really not your pumpkin spice girl.
Okay, we don't have time to get into that. So
That's an episode for another day.
we appreciate everybody listening. We've had a great summer. Hopefully everybody else did. Hopefully the older kids got all their stuff to go back to school. Luckily, we're not at that point yet.
There's nothing that beats a fresh box of crayons.
You heard it here first, folks. Putting that one above the mantle. Anyway, well, we're going to call this the episode. Appreciate everybody listening, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you for listening to Parenting in Progress. If you like what you heard and you're listening to us on YouTube, please go ahead, like, share, subscribe, drop a comment. If you're listening to us on other platforms, go ahead, give us a follow and a rating. We truly appreciate it. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.